Hello, everyone. My name is Angel Aloma, President of Aloma Fundraising Strategies. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the 11th commandment. You see, when Moses came down from the mountain, the tablets had so much writing on them that they only got 10 on there, but there is an 11th one that I'd like you to think about. The 11th commandment is know thy donor. You have to do everything possible to get to know that donor so that you can make him feel part of the family, part of something bigger than himself and really cherished and appreciated. Every single organization should have a central system. For small organizations, even if it has to be done by hand, for larger organizations, they can use technology. But every information, every piece of information that is discovered about a particular donor should be somewhere where anyone who will have communications with that donor can access it, whether it's in a paper file or in a technology file. But the point is that that information needs to be together so that it can be better used to make the donor feel that he is known, that he is indeed part of the family. Now, all channels of communications should be kept record of. So if the donor writes a letter, if he sends an email, if he makes a phone call, if he does anything at all, if he's visited in person or if he visits your office, any information that you receive from that donor should be put in that centralized system because it is really important to let him feel known. Every single detail is important. If they give you the name of their dog, for example, people really have a genuine affection for their animals. So keep that name somewhere that you can bring it back up to him the next time or to her the next time you speak. So basically, you have to keep everything, their grandson's graduation, any illness in the family, any personal illness of the donor. So, you know, it's a ton of things that is important to the donor that you can keep in mind when you converse with them. So as to, again, to make them feel warm, to make them feel a fuzzy feeling like, yes, I belong to something bigger than myself and I am part of this family. I am part of this mission. Now, if it's possible at all, you should try to go for commonalities. Commonalities are very important because, again, when someone has a lot in common with you, you feel you can trust them, that you're part of the same herd. That herd instinct is with us from very primitive man to today. If you know other people who have similar interests to you, you tend to feel that there is a certain connection with you, that you can trust these people, and they should be able to trust you. So if you come from the same city, if you love the same football team, if you have the same type of pet, if your taste for music is very similar, if you both play the piano, anything like that is important. So celebrate it when you see a commonality. Let them feel part of that herd, of that warm, fuzzy, loving herd. So basically, how does this, can it be used for fundraising? Because this is indeed an insight for fundraising. Let me give you an instruction. Whatever date that donor gave their first gift, which can be either found by technology, that's not difficult, whenever they did it, whenever I met with major donors, I always asked them if they knew how long they had been giving, and they always lowballed the number. If they had been giving for 20 years, they would say maybe 12 or 15. If they had been giving for 10, they would say maybe 6 or 7. They always underestimated, and they always felt great that I knew the date when they started, both the month and the year, and how many years they had been giving. Why? Because they knew that I knew them. Now, I'm going to give you a challenge. Whatever the weakest appeal is on the month that they have the anniversary that any particular donor has. So basically, you ask the technology to give you all the people in July who have anniversaries then, or in January, depending on the month of year that it is. And you don't send the weakest appeal of that month, and instead you send them an anniversary card with a reply piece but congratulating them for having been given that month in July 20 years ago. Here's a possible wording. 20 years ago, you did something great in July or this month. You gave your first gift to whatever charity you're part of. So that already shows the donor that what he has forgotten, you know, and that will make them feel good and will encourage them to give. I have had the experience where that anniversary card has always beat whatever appeal it is replacing. So again, let the donor know you know them. Thank you. And please remember, fundraisers are trying to make this a better world, so you should feel really great about yourselves. Bye-bye.